Oh, you're gonna start recording now?
Yeah, I need to set the cameras up. I need to do
Okay.
though.
Oh.
Thank you.
Turn that on high right now because I want to bring it to a boil. Add a teaspoon of cinnamon. I didn't even say what we were making today. So we're gonna make a very simple recipe today. Just steel cut oats. It's super easy to make. It does take a little bit of time, but it's really good and you know exactly what's in it. It's 4 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then we're gonna add the oats after this comes to a boil. But we're gonna stir all of this in. So we're using kosher salt. I like kosher salt better for most things actually than table salt. I did use dark brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar or no sugar at all if you want to use that. I like the texture of the steel cut oats. These are rolled oats. You can see they're nice and flat. We use these in cookies. They taste delicious. And then we have these steel cut oats. So these are very crumbly, hard, grainy. And these are flatter, softer. So I'm gonna add the steel cut oats. This has come to a boil. We're gonna dump those in and then we're gonna reduce the heat. I want it to come back to a boil, but we're gonna reduce it, bring it to a boil, and then reduce it down a little bit more to a simmer for 30 minutes. The steel oats themselves actually are really good for you, but there's no real flavor to it, so it doesn't taste great. The recipe that I'm gonna make is what I make for my breakfast for the week. So it'll actually come to 5 portions instead of 4. And then we'll add some stuff to it later so to make it taste really good. I mean, obviously, like a packet of oatmeal, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fast, it's easy. You don't really know what's in it as far as the overall ingredients. So I can't really control the sugar or the salt or any of that stuff in that, whereas in this, I can control what I put into it. I put a tablespoon of brown sugar. That's gonna be 5 portions, not just 1 portion of brown sugar. Same thing with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's a lot of cinnamon. I really like the cinnamon in it, but you can certainly add a little bit less. And you do have to stir it occasionally, otherwise you get a film on top and it starts to stick to the bottom of the pan. So we are gonna stir that up. We're gonna keep stirring it pretty regularly, but we want it to stay to a simmer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's essentially what I want. I want to be able to just share the recipes with friends and family and, you know, be able to pass it on. I really think that, like, you know, if people ate at home more often, it would be better for everybody. It's healthier, you know. So our regular Sunday routine is to go grocery shopping, obviously get everything that we need for the week, except for obviously some fresh vegetables aren't going to last throughout the week, but we do try to do the bulk of our shopping on Sunday so we don't have to go out as often. And then when we get home, put everything away, I will make my breakfast for the week. I'll make my lunches for the week. And then depending on what I make, like what I'll do is I'll portion it up into like 5 portions. Freeze a couple because by Thursday or Friday, I don't want it to be going bad on me. So I'll freeze a couple, take those out on Wednesday so that they're frosted by Thursday and Friday when I'm going to use them. But, you know, I can spend maybe $15 making lunch for the week. And the Chick-fil-A is like $13, $14. If you get the grilled chicken sandwich or the grilled chicken nuggets, you know, I usually substitute the fruit cup instead of the fries, although I do sometimes get the fries. But it's like $12, $13 every time I go, so I don't want to go there every week, and then I can't really eat any of the other fast foods, so just try to have something that I can eat for the whole week, and I'm not spending $12, $13 a day, you know, so instead of $60, $70 a week for lunch, I'm spending like 15, maybe 20 at the most. All right, so normally I don't like plate this actually right away, but we're gonna do that for the camera. But it does have to sit for a minute. It'll thicken up a little bit more as it sits. Certainly can't eat it. It's super hot right away anyway. All right, so I'm gonna put some of this in this bowl here. And like I said, the package says it's 4 portions. I usually make 5. I think 5 is enough. And I don't always eat it just like that, although it is actually really good just like that. So, and this is just with the brown sugar cinnamon. It's super hot though. So sometimes I'll add just blueberries to it or some pecans, sparingly with the pecans as much as I love them. Don't want too many in there, but it adds a nice crunch. And obviously, a little bit of maple syrup doesn't hurt. Just a tiny bit. That's delicious, and your kids won't refuse it. I'm gonna have some more. It's so good.